I'm 50% through and we just got to the first trial. I started this book in May. Yo, I thought this was gonna be chill. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. So I kind of wanted to pop in and explain what we're doing here because this video has been in the works for months and it's all because of this book. So basically this kind of started out wanting to be reading different genres for a week, but yet it took months. So that's what I did. I chose 3 books that are different genres, and then I was kind of like, wait, these are all YA books, except for the fact that this turns out to not be YA. 2 out of 3 are YA books, but the idea behind this was reading different genres for a week. So I read a mystery book, a romance book, and then a fantasy book. So follow along, see my thoughts on these books, and yeah. Okay, I have finally picked my next read. I'm gonna read Trial of the Sun Queen next, which I've been told is like adult selection, and I love this selection so much. So I'm going to read this. I remember when I was in Paris on the plane and the train, I got a little bit into it on my Kindle, but my Kindle's dead right now, so I'm gonna look where I was at and then continue it. I'm probably gonna have to like reread a little bit of it or like skim my way, but I feel like I was like 50 pages in maybe. I'm really excited to read this. I feel like it's kind of the vibe of the book I just finished a little bit, and I would like to stay with that vibe. You know, when I told you guys that I was like 50 to 100 pages in, I'm 15 pages in. Like, what? Who let me lie like that? So now I'm definitely just gonna start the book over because, like, why not? Hello, a little update. I'm only on page 34 of this. It's going fine so far. I'm like pretty into it actually, but I just found out that it's double POV. I was not expecting that, but I'm excited to get more into this and learn more about like the selection aspect of it, because right now it's not that vibe at all. I just wanted to do a quick little update because I had a train of thought and I don't want to lose it. I'm only on page 58. I haven't been reading much lately and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not really like into this book yet, but where we're at now, we got to the palace where I'm assuming the like contest is, but we haven't really got an explanation of how she ended up there or like why she's in the contest. So I'm really intrigued about that because it's like this huge question mark mystery. So I'm hoping to read, maybe get to like page 100 today. I would love to do that. It's me. This is what I look like editing, but I think I accidentally put the Trial of the Sun Queen footage in a different video like months ago, but I think it was supposed to be in this one. So sorry if you've seen that already, but I think it was supposed to be in this one. I messed up months ago because this video is a disaster. Anyway, I say in the next clip that this is the first book I'm reading. Basically, I have about 3 clips of me saying that with other books, but I had to cut them because I didn't end up reading them. Just ignore that. But I will continue the Trial of the Sun Queen later in the video and finish it. I just put it down for like 3 months because I just couldn't. This is gonna be the first book. This is like a thriller YA mystery book. It's set on a cruise ship, which I don't think I could personally ever go on a cruise because, you know, a little seasickness, and I'm also very scared of big bodies of water like that. So not for me. This book might freak me out, but it's about it looks like so she's going on a cruise for 4 months, and it looks like her ex-boyfriend and best friend, there's beef with that, and they are also on the cruise, and there's murders. I can't wait. I read Under the Surface by her, if you saw that, and loved it, and this is by the same author, so I can't wait. The first page is already hooking me. I'm loving it. I'm on page 40 and I'm really liking it so far. I'm like super into the book. So far there's no like mystery aspect. I'm still just as into it. Like I feel like I'd still enjoy the story a lot if there was no mystery aspect, so that's good. So I feel like when it hits, I'm still gonna love it even more. But it's basically like Semester at Sea. If you guys have seen Caroline Manning, she went on it. It's like that, but it's called something else. So that's like what it is. It's not just like a cruise that I thought. I'm so excited because I watched all of her vlogs from that, so I feel like, I don't know, I guess I like understand it better and can picture the book better. So I'm really excited to keep reading. Okay, I'm on page 110, and so far there hasn't been a single aspect of mystery, murder mystery type thing. I mean, there was something small, but it like wasn't
anything like that. We are just getting a ton of teenage drama. Well, I think they're actually technically in college, but they're acting like they're not, you know? Yeah, and it's definitely kind of like cringy and like it's not a big deal, guys. But I'm eating it up. Like, I can't stop reading. I'm really into it. But it's definitely very much like, guys, you're supposed to be in college. It's not a big deal. Like, this is like middle school drama that's going on. I'm excited to keep reading and get to the mystery aspect. But like I said before, I'm enjoying it, even though there's not mystery right now. So yeah, we'll see when that gets involved how the story's gonna change. Okay, I'm now like 50% through. I'm still enjoying it. We definitely have entered the mystery part now. Did kind of catch me off guard a bit because something that happened, I was like, yikes. And I don't know, I was just kind of feeling like the love interest in this is kind of like too good for the main girl in some parts. She just has a lot going on kind of, and he's very supportive when for some things that happened it would be hard to be supportive of, you know? But yeah, it's going good. I'm super invested. The audiobook's going really good. It's really fast paced and I'm liking it. That I'm probably gonna be done with at night because I don't really like reading thrillers at night because I get kind of creeped out. So okay guys, I am on page 2, maybe like 300 now, 294, somewhere around there. And it's going really good. I'm really liking it because it's less like thrilling and like scary and it's more mystery whodunit, which is what I love in a thriller. And I'm liking how, you know, like it's YA, so it's not like scary. Yeah, I'm loving it. I don't have any theories. I have no clue what's going on, so I'm really intrigued to see whodunit, I guess. I have like 70 pages left. I'm gonna keep listening and doing my puzzle, and then we will chat later and pick the next genre slash book. I kind of have an idea for genres, but I don't know which one I'm in the mood for. But I'm loving this. I'm on the last chapter right now, and the way things wrapped up, it was good. I wasn't expecting it at all. So I'm like really intrigued how this last chapter goes and how everything ties up in the end, you know? Yo, I thought this was gonna be chill. Okay, so I decided to continue Trial of the Sun Queen, which if you watched this video, I started it in there and I soft DNF'd it, and I kind of want to full on DNF it because I'm just trying so hard to get into it and I just cannot stay focused on it. I'm on page 116. There's just so many names and I don't know who's who or what's even going on, but maybe I'll give it to like page 200. I don't know.
This is so jumpy, I'm sorry, but basically tried to start Trial of the Sun Queen probably 10 other times since this video started to November 15th right now, and could not get into it. So here's me stopping it again and picking up something else. So roll Anna in the French clip. The French kiss. I need to go to bed. Okay, y'all, I just started my next read, which is Anna and the French Kiss. It was available on Libby and I've had it on my shelf for like ever, so I decided to snag it and listen. So far it's actually really good. I've been really enjoying the like YA fiction romance books lately, especially audiobook form, so I'm eating it up. I can't wait to keep listening and just learn more about the story and reminisce on when I was in Paris. Hello guys. I almost said besties and then guys at the same time. Anyway, I have an update on Anna and the French Kiss. Also, can we talk about, I got this book like probably 2 years ago and it is stunning. The pages, do you know like textbook pages, how they're like
like super soft and like a different material. Like they don't feel like paper. That's what these feel like, and I love this copy so much, and I'm really enjoying the book so far. I'm only 35 pages in, but I'm really liking it so far. It starts off, so our main girl, Anna, she goes to this school in Paris that's like for American students too. Like it's like a joint school type thing, and that's really all I know so far. We just got to her first class of the semester, so I'm loving it. Okay, I am 2 hours and 18 minutes into Anne and the French Kiss, 22%. And right now, so they're at the boarding school, obviously, and they're kind of out exploring the city. And this part I'm loving because, like, since I've been there, I can just picture it so well. Like, the culture, the things they're seeing, like, I can picture it, you know? And I can also relate to her feeling of, feeling like an outsider, kind of, you know what I mean? Or, like, wanting to not stand out. Hi friends, so I have a little update on Anna and the French Kiss. I haven't really updated much because it's like I don't have much to say. Like, I'm enjoying it, not much is happening. Like, it's still fun, but she's just going to school and exploring Paris, which is entertaining to me, but like I don't have much to say, you know? But in this, she's like a big like movie person. Like, she has a blog about it, so she's been just going to like movies there, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'm 40% through. I've just been really loving listening to like YA fiction romance books, so I've been eating this up. It says I have 6 hours left. That sounds like a lot when you put it like that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Nothing too crazy, just it's going good.
Hey, look. He holds up a copy.
They're at the Shakespeare book store in Paris, and I didn't get to go into it. I'm still a little upset, but our tour guide was talking about how you can live like above it, I think for like a year. If you're like working on a book, there's a condition that you have to read a book a day. I'm like, that sounds like my heaven. Like, sign me up right now, because I might be working on a book, wink wink, and I love to read, so I could hopefully read a book a day. I would love to do that. Anyway, I just had to pop in and say that because I think about that quite frequently. I'm listening to Anna and the French Kiss. I'm like 65% through maybe. We just got like kind of a reveal of something that's been going on. Well, our main girl's away from her hometown, and I'm like, duh. Like, I could have told you that. I'm intrigued to see how that plays out, but also it's like, bae, I could have told you that. Okay, I have like 2 hours left in Anna and the French Kiss, and like I've kind of been like overlooking some of the factors in like in the romance in this, and it's just like, guys, like, is this really okay? Like, there's some stuff that's like preventing them from being together, and it's like, do something about it then, you know what I mean? Instead of like acting on your feelings, you know? And it's just kind of cringy. Like, I feel like our main girl, her emotions are kind of everywhere. I feel like she's just crying in the middle of the cafeteria right now, and I'm like, babe, let's take a step back. I'm enjoying it. I'm almost done though. It's kind of been slow paced. Like, I feel like not a lot's happened, and I definitely wanted more like the Paris aspect, and we're not really getting much of like the school either, I feel. I just had one of those moments where I was like, did I just somehow get skipped ahead like 30 minutes? Because it was like one of those things where their relationship was going one way, and then the next chapter it's like completely different, like a completely different vibe, and I'm like, guys, there's still some issues that need solved here, you know? Bet you thought you wouldn't see me again. But so, finished Anna and the French Kiss. Did not say anything else about it. Now here we are, November. 3 months later. You guys, it has been months since I've tried to continue this, but we are hoping to finish this book in this video. I'm 50% through, and this whole thing's supposed to be this like trial, like bachelorette thing. I am 50% through, and we just got to the first trial. So yeah, it's safe to say I'm skimming now because I've been reading this book for 6 to 8 months, and I am just wanting to get to the point, you know, and finish this video. So yeah, that is where we're at now. I just don't care, and it is so confusing. I feel like who's who, how old they are, and just, I don't know. Like, to me, this one guy character is giving me like older man, but I don't think he is, but like he's giving that, and that's what I'm picturing. Yeah, also I'm still confused about this one person, who they are, but it's getting slightly more interesting. I'm not skimming as much, so I just had a theory, and I feel like they made it kind of obvious, but like, watch me be wrong. I'm little more invested now, but like seriously though, the first 50% was like kind of excruciating. Like it took me 6 to 8 months to read. Like what? Where we're at now, I'm enjoying it. I feel like I'm predicting what's gonna happen. Or I still swear this guy's 60 years old and she's what, 17? Done. Alright, you guys know what time it is. It is time for the wrap-up. So, this wrap-up is gonna be a little interesting. So the first book I finished was Lying in the Deep by Diana Urban. I picked this up because if you guys saw, I got the arc of Into the Surface by her, and I saw this, and I read the premise, and I'm like, this sounds good as heck. And it was so good. It's set on like a semester at sea type cruise ship, and they're going to school on the ship, and there's drama between our main girl and her ex-boyfriend and ex-best friend. And while that drama's going on, you're following her like adjusting to school on a boat, the new countries they go to, new friends, new relationships, and there's also a murder mystery on the boat, so you're uncovering that. And what I liked about this is it wasn't like thrilling, like scary. It was just like intriguing, and like I couldn't stop listening or reading. I think I gave it 4 stars, and I think that's a perfect rating for it. It's not something I think about super often, but when I do think back to past thrillers, this one definitely comes to mind as being super fun and entertaining, and it was super fast paced, and I feel like it was a very good length. Like I didn't feel like it was rushed or slow at all. Definitely recommend. And then I read Anne and the French Kiss. I don't even remember what I rated this. I think maybe a 2.5 or 3, and this is the like special Barnes edition, which I've had for like years, but I love it. This edition, there's a map at the back too. This book started off super fun and fast-paced, and I did love the setting because it's like she's from the US, but then she goes to school in Paris for the year or the semester. So you're following her at this new school and meeting new people, forming new relationships. It started off super strong for me. It was very atmospheric, and it was fun watching them explore the city and do fun things like that. But as the book progressed on, the romance in this took a turn that I was not expecting, and it just didn't like sit right with me. It wasn't the vibe. There was just a lot of choices that the 2 main characters made that just like, guys, is that okay? So that's kind of where it lost me, and I don't know, I guess I just wanted more of like them seeing the city. Like it was kind of just focused a lot on her love for movies, which is a very fun thing, and it was enjoyable to learn about her going to the different theaters and the different movies, but I wish we would have got more of like the city, and like I guess I just wish our main girl would have focused more on like her friends instead of the romance in this book, because it just, you know, the things they did together and the choices they made are kind of crazy. So that is this one. It's definitely a fun time and was entertaining. It was a good audiobook. I liked the audiobook, and it was pretty quick too, but the romance wasn't my favorite, the trope wasn't my favorite, so just keep that in mind if you're going into this, that there may be some flaws in the romance to you. So this book, like I started this book in May. I remember I started it on the train from Paris to Lyon. I remember. And I read like a chapter or 2, and then I read a little bit more on the plane back, and that was in May, and I just finished this in November. Like that's insane. But the first 50% of this book is actually excruciating to get through. Nothing happened. It was confusing. It was just pointless, I feel like, and I just feel like at some points our main girl was just, she just didn't make the right decisions or act certain ways. Like there was times where I was literally like, what are you doing? You're already like in a difficult situation and you're just making it worse on yourself. And just some of the things the other characters did too, and the way they talk to each other, I'm just like, what are you doing? So yeah, the first 50% of this was actually brutal to get through, hence why it took me May to November to get through. But I will say, once I hit the 50% mark and got to like the trials that were talked up to be just like crazy and all that, and like the Bachelorette, whatever, it did pick up, but it still wasn't to the point where I was like, you know, like I couldn't put it down. So yeah, I did pick it up then. When I was first getting to like the 60% mark, I was like, there's no way I'm continuing this series. But after finishing this, I don't know though, or I might look it up, because if I start the next book and it's the same thing, 50% of it's just like not interesting at all and takes me 8 months to get through, I'm not gonna do it, you know? So I gave this 2.5 because I did enjoy the trials at the end and I felt like that was pretty well written, but I just wish that we would have got that sooner in the book or something. Yeah, this was also very predictable. I knew the second some things were brought up what was gonna happen, and basically probably how the series is gonna end. So maybe I don't need to read the rest, but yeah, so just very predictable. There was like a little romance in this, and what it was like weird. I don't even understand why she would even want that. And I did learn that this is not YA. I did go into it thinking that this is YA, but it is not after some scenes that were in the book. So just wanted to put that out there if you were like me thinking it was YA, or maybe that's known and I just am an idiot. I apologize about the little short video. This week has been actually insane, so I couldn't really do anything else. This was kind of a roller coaster because I feel like Anne and the French Kiss started out so good and then it took a bad turn, and this was the opposite. And then Lying in the Deep was just good. So do with that information what you will, and maybe we could do a part 2 of this and add a 4th genre. So I'll see you guys next time and get excited for next week.